All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls, living and living dead. Welcome to round two of our discussion on Resident Evil's Netflix series. Tonight, we're talking about chapters 4, 5, and 6. And we got with us tonight a good cast of zombie writers. Alan, Rich, Sylvester, and Bethany. So everybody out there, please, hit like, subscribe, and give us feedback. And please join in the comment section. We'd love to know what you think. We're only talking 4, 5, 6. I haven't seen the last two, so no spoilers, please. So, what do you guys? I was saying to Alan and Rich offline, I pissed and moaned about how poor Resident Evil was the first 3. 4, 5, and 6 got me hooked. I couldn't believe how good it got. So,
well, can I? Since I wasn't here last week, can I throw in my 2 cents for the first couple of shows?
Sure.
I watched about a half hour of the first show, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a rehash of The Walking Dead, The World Beyond." The chemistry of the 2 girls were almost the same. The scientists, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I got to episode 2, and I was like, "This is good. This is cool." And it really brought it out for me because I was hating it. I was like, "Oh man, come on!" And it really picked up, and I really enjoyed those. I'm glad I stayed with it. So
Alan,
that's just my recap.
All of them. Week. Have you seen all of them,
yes.
like the whole series,
yes.
or?
Oh, yes.
So Scott, is still just you and I who haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah. I would have finished it off, but I had to jump in and watch all the stuff for Watching Weird tomorrow night. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, go ahead, Sylvester.
I was just rewatching the 3 episodes while I was working today. So that was definitely for me. That's when everything started picking up. Like that's when I was invested. And I was enjoying myself before, but then I was like really hooked. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see what else was going to happen when these 3 episodes came about. So,
Well, I will apologize. I said that I didn't like the guy, the umbrella stalker.
Nobody did.
The one that was chasing her down. But, oh, man, when he started going medieval on all those zombies in the underground facility, I mean, that was just, and I noticed the video game element to it, but God,
it's the best part of the whole show. Hands down.
Fighting to get to his fur babies.
Yeah, exactly.
His fur babies. Rich, I think you were the one. Oh, I think you were the one, Rich, who was like, "You're gonna love this guy later." Because I already loved him, and you were like, "Wait,
just
I
wait."
waited.
That was great.
Not disappointed.
No,
like, the fact that he just like went all annihilation on him, and then the very end where he was like. He was like, "Did you see that, Jade?" And she was nowhere around.
Jade is never there for people's big moments. She's never looking at them.
He just went from being that murdering stooge that you think is going to die in the first episode to holy crap, this guy's great. And like then they killed him.
Wick.
Oh, yes,
exactly. That's just the
John Wick and Jack Black.
I thought he was going to be in another 4 or 5, another 2 or 3 episodes at least. No, just after you fall in love with him.
But there is a chance they could bring him back.
I mean, it is a zombie show.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, once you get to the other episode, you'll see.
Oh, so you're saying they might bring him back because of episodes 7 and 8?
Well, I mean, it could happen.
Okay.
Yeah. I did notes this time, so I'm prepared.
So I think all of us had pretty much the same opinion of the first episode and then the next 2. And it sounds like from what I'm hearing from everyone else that we all are in agreement on the next 3. Because it went from to all right, I'm going to stay with it to wow, this ain't bad.
Yeah.
Hi, Landa.
I loved episode 4. 5 and 6 I was still kind of bored at though. just because like 5, man, that Jade, she drives me nuts. I cannot stand this little girl.
Yeah.
And even as an adult, I'm like, yeah. And then 5, I was like, well, it kind of took a turn, but it's still, to me, 4 was the best episode.
Yeah, 5 was just a full-on flashback, I think. And I just don't know. I don't understand the whole, well, maybe it's because, I'm not a teen anymore, but I just don't understand the whole, why aren't you just talking to your dad? Like, you're going through this whole scavenger hunt to find the bag that he left you, but you don't trust him. So why would you trust the bag? I don't understand. And then it's like, just go talk to him.
I agree with you. I'm like, this scene is stupid. Then I realized it's like the first game.
Yeah, where
definitely. You had to solve all the mysteries to get all the gems to go into the next part where you get attacked by a different creature. So
nobody has eaten any herbs yet, though.
No,
they haven't brought that to life yet.
No.
That's the one thing from the game that nobody wants to bring. But it's just like things like that just kind of bug me with episode 5. But like, episode 4 was probably one of my favorite episodes, and I like the aspect of that group using zombies for manual labor. Don't know quite what they were turning, but I enjoyed that. I like that. I want to see more.
Power
of
the
that.
Facility. I think they had
electricity.
that little the queen one there, the boss. I think she was telling them to power their facility because she got fed.
They were churning butter.
Yeah,
they were making
butter. Hell of
butter.
a churn. Yeah,
that makes tons of sense. It's like with the queen though. I don't fully understand because like they tried to break it down later on when I'm gonna jump forward when they got to the boat. They were like, oh, she's got these pheromones or enzymes in her, so we've got this batch that keeps the zombies away and this batch that attracts the zombies, and I get that. None of that explains how she controls the zombies and makes them turn around and follow her. None of that explains it.
Well, I'm assuming it's not yet. It's all going to come together because the story with the two sisters is boring as hell. And it's like, oh, gee, what suspense? Is she going to find her sister alive? Well, let's go to IMDb. Oh, there's an older Jade and an older Billy. So I guess
that's your fault. That's your fault, Scott.
So the thing with the sisters never really gets great, but it does get a little better. There's some things explained, and we're talking past 3, 4, and 5, so I should probably hold off on that. But it does get a little better.
Still,
so we can cover that next time.
Still, I do have problems with the sisters because
me too.
We got all these flashbacks about Billy being like bitten, and then she went through her like WebMD panic attack of what was going to happen to her, and then nothing happens. And then we're flashing to the future. We're hearing that Billy's this badass crazy person, and then we meet Billy, and Billy does nothing. Like
she's like, go free.
Yeah, it just let me down. Billy's just like, I missed you so much, and I was like, this is not what I've been waiting for. Okay, I was waiting for an ass whooping. All right, that's what I was waiting for.
Well,
but
continue on.
Later down the road.
Lance Reddick just nails it too. As I know, a lot of people are complaining, Wesker's a certain way. People are saying, talking about, he's got that hair in the video game. He did a great job. Lance Reddick's great and everything. You watch Bosch, John Wick. Small role he's got in that.
It's a great role though.
Yeah, it is. And Fringe. I've always liked Lance Reddick, and I think he nails it as Wesker. And as it continues. The role gets
makes more sense.
Expanded.
It's better.
Yes.
Yeah, like everyone that was complaining about him, like if you watch the whole series and you take everything in, you fully understand everything.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I like the fact that when the CEO, I can't remember her name, comes in and makes him get the confession, and then you see this dark, brutal side to him. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, here's a guy that was really badass, tried to go straight, has 2 daughters, and now he's being dragged back to the dark side.
And he's got more sides. He's got more sides to him. You'll find out.
Yeah, several.
Yes.
Well, there was one scene after I think it was after the 2 girls get together, when one of them asks about dad, and I think it was Billy that says, "Oh, that dad is dead." That just struck me because I'm thinking
she said he died asking for you or something like that. Yeah,
but I mean that dad. So does that mean that the Wesker that we see in the movies and the video games is a clone version that's just completely psychotic? But I guess we'll just have to wait until next time.
Yep, you will. It may be explained, it may not.
If you were bit by some genetically enhanced Rottweiler, you're not going to talk to your dad that works at the lab just to, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I would have been talking to my mama the whole time. I would have been like, this is what's going on. I need help.
I feel like it keeps building up and then letting down. Like, for instance, the like you said, they got attacked by the Rottweiler, and then it just kind of let down. Like he fixed it, and they just kind of went about their merry way. And then it's like they build up with the dad finally tells off the girls, and I was so excited. Like, Alan, you weren't here last time, but I was so annoyed at these girls for how they treated their father. And to see him get back, like, just talk to them, I was like, yeah. And then whack, Billy hits him aside the head, and then like it lets you down again. I'm like, like I just want that.
I'm gonna be a Billy defender because I feel like Billy is a very well-rounded child. I feel like this is a Jade thing. Jade is the problem.
Jade is the problem. Yeah, but she's influencing Billy right now.
I think they both need a thump.
I'm just hoping, and Alan and Rich know this because they've seen it. I'm hoping that all of this is going to lead to a really good final chapter where all of these pieces, where, like, you know, why does he yell at his daughters and then let him get hit? Why is he a nice guy and then all of a sudden he just goes all medieval on the guy tied down to the table?
That all makes that dude makes no sense. So you're trying to bring down this huge corporation, and your plan is to travel from Mexico to South Africa, invade the town that's owned by them with no backup whatsoever to talk to a teenager you met online. Like,
and no resources.
No resources.
He had nothing as
he
well.
had an ice cream truck or something.
Exactly.
I don't know what was
drove
going
in there
on.
in a stupid in a van.
Hey, come on!
I'll just throw myself at the problem. That's
right. If they say, "Hey, we're either going to torture your ass or we're going to pay you off," oh, torture me, please. It's like, no, give me the money. I won't tell anybody if you're giving me that choice. You know, I'm out.
Send me back, send me back home. Like, you had no one. There was no plan. And then, like, Whisker's driving around the town looking for his kids. A town that has cameras everywhere. I don't understand why no parent knows where their kid is right now. But this guy finds them on social media, which I feel like they shouldn't have, given the state of their parents' jobs and whatnot. But
wow, I never thought of that.
Yeah, the paranoia. You think you wouldn't. And then the kid hacks really easy. You know, I can hack into this state-of-the-art company that's
I'll hack into the cameras. I'll hack it. And for their parents to basically be working together for so long, they didn't meet at any office parties. There's no Christmas parties at Umbrella Corp. Like, nothing. These kids have never interacted before. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. Wait, I think I gave something away.
The girls treat him as the boy is something else too. I mean, I get a crush. I get, if you're the nerdy kid and you have a crush on the hot girls. I mean, I get it. But to put up with the shit that kid put up with, he was a hero.
Yeah.
I want to see where his character goes.
Oh
God, Alan.
Ooh.
That was very.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, he's tertiary, but he could play a major role at the end.
Well, he does in a way. Yeah, he does.
Next week we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So you're saying I got to take notes then, right?
Just one.
Just one.
Oh.
Anyway.
No, they've done a good job with this so far. The monsters are. I love the monsters in the tunnel, in a channel, I guess.
Yeah, the spider thing was top notch. That was really great. It was well done. It was creepy, and it was like super scary and fast, and that's what you want. Even the dog. The dog was really cool too.
Yeah,
I love all the animal monsters. Like, there's just like you don't see that too much, and that is definitely an aspect from the video games that made it kind of unique. That you either ran into these animal monsters or these like super freakish things, and so I really do miss a lot of that. So it's nice.
And I did notice in that fight scene that there was the one zombie with the chainsaw.
Chainsaw Man, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him from one of the games.
Yeah, I think I
hated him. You could never take him down.
Yeah. There's so many people that you probably had to like keep playing over and over again.
Yeah.
That game wasn't all about violence though. A lot of that was about stealth. And one of the things that made that a novel video game was that had never happened before. You weren't supposed to be quiet. You were supposed to kill everything and move on. But the thing is, ammunition in the original Resident Evil game was so scarce that you couldn't do that. You had to, and there weren't really any decent melee weapons. You couldn't thump something on the noggin. You had to get by them, and it wasn't always possible. Sometimes you had to fight, and then you ran out of ammo, and then you were fighting. Then you get your ass kicked by this tiny little zombie that's coming in. So it was tough.
That's definitely true. Melee weapons they're basically not a thing in Resident Evil. Like, you don't want to get up close to anything in Resident Evil.
Exactly.
Like, they give you a knife to swipe around. Yeah, then you're using your herbs and walking around like a meth head trying to find plants and whatnot.
Well, I used to get pissed off when something would come from the screen and you wouldn't see it until it actually like jumped on you. You had no warning.
You got to brighten your screen sometimes for these games. You got to brighten up those screens.
But I loved it because that was what got me hooked on video games. I played it at my brother-in-law's house and got hooked. And then the next week, my wife at the time bought me a PlayStation and Resident Evil. Ruined my life. Now, this is what I've become today.
Well, if they continue with this, they can bring out a lot of the elements of the games. A lot more of them, So I'm hoping they do.
And I did know. I would like to see this go because I enjoyed it. I did. It was slow at the beginning, but it did amp up. Like all you guys said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just it didn't make any money. It's losing. It's at the end of the day, Netflix is about making money, and this is just not doing well. But the thing is, I think with the potential it has, it could really explode. It could get a lot of followers, but I don't know if it's gonna get there.
We'll probably find out soon because they just canceled a show that they just released probably like last month. First Kill, their new vampire show.
That was like another CW version of a high school vampire thing.
Yeah, I just heard that Disney is not going to be putting out, even though it's in post-production, the new Scooby-Doo movie and the Batgirl movie are not going to be released on any platform.
Yeah, that's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is merging with Discovery, and the new heads just have been scrapping projects left and right. So Batgirl and Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo had $40 million put into it, and they're scrapping it. So
why?
And they said
can't do that to the do.
There's probably way more that's about to be scrapped too. Don't know.
I guess I don't understand the logic.
Londa, I loved Doom. It is my favorite game. The third version. Now that they got these Doom Halo type games, I can't stand them.
That was a horror game. Doom 3 was a horror game. The other ones are action shooters, but that was horror.
Yeah. One thing I did like about these 3 episodes is they finally talked about Raccoon City, the destruction, the cover-up.
Right.
So that tied it in with the video games.
Yeah.
Now, was there a game that was set in Mexico?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I know that, like, I think the 5th one might have been set in Africa.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
You're talking about the Tijuana?
Yeah.
The Tijuana incident that they talked about.
That might just be a new element to this particular show.
You know, and probably the movie that came out last year probably didn't help this.
Yeah.
You know,
it would have been nice if they tied it both together. It would have been nice if both of them worked on it because it is kind of weird to have like 2 different projects come out at the same time. It's kind of like when they came out with that Child's Play movie and then they made a Chucky TV show, but nothing connected. So, yeah.
So there was an animated 4-episode show on Netflix too.
Yeah.
Came out 6 months ago. So.
And that was totally different.
Yeah,
you guys talked about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was okay. I mean,
it was okay.
Place, in the White House, right?
Right. The part of it.
Yeah, it was all right. I didn't think it was great, but it really didn't tie into either one of these.
No.
So it
was more with the other animated movies.
Yeah.
It tied closely to those with Chris Redfield and
Leon
Kennedy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you all got to call Leon when the president's involved.
Yeah. So I think people might be burned out a little bit. That's why the series isn't doing as well as it could. I think maybe that's one element of it. And then go ahead, Sylvester.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just saying, if they were burnt out on Resident Evil, there are some other horror franchises that they can start putting some money into. Like Silent Hill's a good franchise. I definitely would like to see a decent run of Silent Hill because that thing was creepy. So
yeah, that was a creepy one, and I liked the first movie. I didn't. I've never seen the second one, but
no, I didn't.
I can't get through it.
Good.
But I was going to say purist. You know, you always have the purist, whatever series it is. You know, book series, game series, cartoon series, whatever. You know, like with the He-Man series that came out and all that. You always have people that they want it this way. You know, or the Thing. You know, they want it remade this way, and it's not gonna be. It'll never be. Or the Predator movies. You know, they want to redo the first one a million times. You know, they don't. So I think this might be suffering from something like that. You know, some of the purists too. You know, are just like, nah, that's not. You know,
it's almost like they're oversaturating with Resident Evil and these type of movies. Like they're coming out with so many different ones that everyone's like, whatever, it's another one.
Yeah.
Well, with this series, I just think it's not zombie enough. You know, I mean, you sometimes go a whole episode without really any zombie kills. It's probably 95% teenage drama and what's going on behind the scenes, and then you get that. We all loved our favorite scene is when the umbrella dude goes nuts on the zombies. That was a 10-minute scene out of 4 hours of an episode.
Yeah, but it was a great 10 minutes. It really was. It was worth.
I watched it like 3 times.
The whole show, just watching that guy just kick ass. It was fantastic.
But if you had like 1 10-minute scene per episode, it's like reading a book. You know, you get a zombie scene in the first chapter, and then like page 250, you see your next zombie. Nobody's going to want to read that book.
I really do think like the flashbacks should have been thought out more. Like sometimes I think it could have just been one day, or it could have been like the girls release something and they have to go and try to find it with Hacker Boy before telling your dad. But going back in time, sometimes it just takes you like. Not even sometimes, it just takes you right out of action because there's not much action going on in teen Jade's life besides her and her dad bumping heads and stuff. Her dad's getting all the action. Like everything's happening to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it'll be interesting.
It's a little better.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. It keeps you watching.
Yeah, because I really did get invested in the story. I wanted to know more. Like you want to know why he's taking their blood. you want to know like just everything that's going on. I want to know my number one thing that I want to know is who's that kid's parent. That's what I want to know. Who is Jade's baby dad? Who is it? That's what I want.
Oh yeah.
Or who baby daddy is.
I thought the baby dad was Wesker, and he had it from two different mothers.
Oh no, Jade. Jade's baby daddy.
You made this show really weird.
You made a different show, Scott.
No,
like, Jade, because Jade, Jade has that daughter, right?
Yeah,
but it doesn't show who the baby's daddy is.
Who's that dad?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking future.
In the future Jade instead of the past Jade.
Yeah, you just made it.
Present
you made it a Jerry Springer.
It's
our present or their present?
Quit.
It's the hacker kid. I mean, come on.
Yeah, keep watching.
So it's like, it's I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna really dive into it more next week. But yeah, there's just a lot of questions that I have, and flip to my notes.
The acting's good in it too.
The acting's good.
Yeah. So that helps it a lot.
I feel like those little girls, they did really well because, like, if you irritate me this much, you must be doing something well. Or I just wouldn't care about you. Like, I don't know.
Although I feel like past Jade and present Jade has not learned anything. Because
exactly.
Present Jade at the end of episode 6, where she brings that zombie on board and then it kills her friend and all that. It is all just selfishness. Like, she put her own kid in danger. They were like, "We'll do tests in 2 weeks. Like, chill." And she's like, "No, I gotta get on a boat tonight and go do
We're
it.
Gonna dock it.
Danger everybody."
Less than 2 weeks. Like, it was just so annoying because I was all for old Jade because I was like, young Jade annoys me, but old Jade is fine. And then out of nowhere, she's like, "I'm gonna bring this zombie on board." I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's my boat. She's walking the plank. Get on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no room for that. You don't compromise everyone, even to do what you wanted to do. It just doesn't make any sense.
Don't let your daddy kill us all. That's it.
You waited 6 months. Like, I can't wait 2 weeks.
I am not forgiving Jade for anything. But it was the little girl coming up that excited the zombie and it broke free. Which goes to what I say, little kids and zombie apocalypses do not mix. Do we want to talk about Sam from The Walking Dead? Mom!
Oh.
But like, why did Jade let her daughter in the room in the first place? Come on.
I just feel like there were better straps.
I was just gonna go there.
There had to have been something better on this boat.
Let me use my tennis shoe strings here.
Yeah.
Like, they're like 10 years old. Let me strap.
And then it's like you knocked out the zombie, right? So, like, I don't know, maybe amputate it. Maybe we could just work with the torso. Like, why did we need the full zombie to get this going? I don't know.
Well, and here's the thing. She takes out hordes of zombies, right? But like one child zombie on her boat, she can't handle out of all of that. And then speaking of the boat, what boat has a stateroom like that? They have like an extravagant guest big old room on that boat. Like, I don't know if you guys have been on boats, but I've been on a couple boats and I've never had a room like that. It's like bunk beds in there.
The university is they're living in a fantasy world.
She has a lab on a boat that's not used for 6 months and they keep it for her.
And
like, what?
Clearly they sent her away for 6 months. She wasn't doing it. They just wanted her off that.
Well, one day back, she brings a zombie on board.
Yeah, they're like, she lived. Damn. All right.
She survived. Damn it.
And then she shows up covered in blood with a zombie head. They're probably like, fucking Jade. Like, here we go again.
My question was, at the end of the episode, who was the dude that showed up at the very end?
Which one?
The dude.
Oh my God. I got the note down and I can't. There was some guy at the end and it was like.
Looking through the hole?
Yes.
That's Wesker's brother.
That's a clone or something, right?
Yeah. That's
brother. Wesker, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Because that was him with the beard.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I thought.
And aren't there like
Alan
clones
wants
and
to
stuff in
say
the
something,
game?
but he
Oh,
can't.
desperately.
Okay. So then if that's Wesker, then I was right with that dad is dead.
Well, like they had the video footage of the dad injecting the girl with the eye in the back. Yeah. And like when they called him on it, he was like, "That's Umbrella. Like that wasn't me." But
that's not
they're like,
me.
"It's your voice." And he's like, "I can't say it."
That'll get revealed. All that's going to get revealed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right.
Next week is no holds barred for us. We can say
Families need to communicate. That's what I'm getting from this. Families just need to come together, and y'all need to talk. You need to have dinner. Tell each other what you do at work.
Dinner.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I agree with that, Sylvester. I don't know that I'd want to tell my kids if he had done what's going on with his kids. I might keep that secret too.
Yeah. See, that's how you end up with a Jade, though. Yeah, see, right? If you told her from 4-year-old Jade, like, hey, yo, I'm taking your blood for this reason. It's just normal to her now because she knows.
Maybe. And then maybe she would have said, yeah, that's creepy. And she's gone. And then you got no more blood. So.
Well, she's a 4-year-old. She can't get that far. See?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But she could have, 14.
Yeah, 14.
I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but Jade slapped her father. It should have been the other way around. We would have got rid of all of this teen.
I know my dad would have slapped the crap out of me if I was like that.
I know.
But that's the thing with these shows is everybody has a secret. Can you tell me what's going on? I'll tell you later. It's like, well, it's kind of pertinent to tell me now.
Yeah.
But they don't, and then they die, or it just becomes a big thing like on this show.
I know secrets keep these shows alive. Irritate the hell out of me. Like,
as long as they reveal themselves at the end, I don't mind putting up with an 8-hour episode. But if we're not going to find out the truth about Wesker, if we're not going to find out the backstory of that woman that runs the CEO who runs it, that cold, heartless woman, what's the point?
I didn't think she was cold, heartless. I just think she's goal oriented. She knows what she wants and she goes after it.
You're like making a resume for her.
World domination.
Although it was kind of adorable though, where she was doing like the goat yoga with her wife, drinking the wine, and she's like, "Yeah, I got to get back to my zombie place now." But
my mind, she's like, "Yeah, goat yoga is a real thing." My wife was like, "Goat yoga is." I was like, "Why?" And I was like, "A goat is just around." They were like, "Yeah." I was just like,
"Wow!" I've seen videos of cats and small dogs jumping on their backs while they're trying to do yoga.
That's rich people problems, man.
Yeah.
She does have a great scene in the last episode.
Good.
Okay.
So she does have a great scene. You're like, what?
Yes.
What am I watching?
She does.
I don't want you telling me.
I'm not.
I'm hoping she has a glorious death.
Well, watch.
Everyone's silent.
Rich, I love Rich because there's nothing. I do not want to play poker with that man.
I don't want to wreck it for anybody, especially you, Scott. Where Bethany, you guys haven't seen it, so it's you got to stay tuned.
I don't know how you guys do this. Like, whenever I'm told we're gonna do one of these, I just end up like binge watching it. I keep telling myself I'm supposed to watch it as we record, but I end up binge watching everything.
I don't sleep, so it's hard for me to turn it off.
Well, we started watching it, and my wife was like, "I'm not really digging this," and by the time it was done, she really enjoyed the series.
Yeah.
So
Baxter saved it. Once he started, seriously, once it got a little good before then, but once that happened, I was hooked. I wasn't turning it off. Even after he died, I'm like, that just did it for me. I'm gonna watch it. He is hands down the best character on that show.
When he pulled out his wallet with his dogs.
Yeah, right. My kids.
My kids. I just want to make it home to them. She's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
Come on, there's a lot of us in the booth between that dog and our kid, depending on what the kid was like.
I'll tell you what, I got kids and cats, and I do treat them the same.
My dog never talks back to me. My teenager. Difference is,
my dog.
Difference is I can shove my dog in a kennel. I don't have child services coming down to arrest me. So.
Oh gosh.
So before, like, I just want to kind of dive into like Billy's, I don't know, weird plan. I don't understand Billy's plan. Like, okay, so she saves her sister, and then she's just like, I really love you, blah, blah, blah. The university has a pickup point. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to take the chip out your arm, go to the university. So I don't understand the reasoning for this because, one, if you were looking for your sister this whole time and she has a chip in her arm, why was it that difficult? And if you're used to find a university, why would you tell her about the chip in her arm? And if you knew where the university was going to meet, why didn't you just follow the university? It is like, why? There's too many whys. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it could have been a smooth flow instead of all that. Yeah.
And there was such a personality change.
He was doing so well. He was doing so well.
He was doing so well.
I mean, there was a personality change, but given the amount of time between like Billy and like future Billy and living in Umbrella Land, I'm pretty sure you're bound to change. I'm like, but then again, that's not true.
Yeah, she went
because some people didn't change later on.
Well, she went from being anxiety ridden to being just mellow and one with the zombie world. I'm hoping they explain that change.
Or did she?
Or did she? I saw, looking at the Billy and Jade from when they were kids to looking at the Billy and Jade in that encounter when she pulled the thing out of her arm, I knew what was coming. I saw exactly what was coming up. It was pretty evident to me that one of those two is not who they seem. I'm sure you could put it together as well, but to me, it screamed, nope, do not trust this person.
Yeah.
So again, without wrecking what's gonna happen next week, I saw it coming. Maybe some of you did as well. It's a mystery because we can't friggin' talk about it because we're gonna wait till next week. But anyway,
next week's gonna be nice because there was absolutely one thing I did not see coming, and it happened, and I was just like, "Oh, yeah, one big old thing."
Oh, is that what? Yeah. I love that. We're watching that, and we're like, and just laughing, and then okay, that's cool.
Bethany, it's like somebody dangling a treat in front of you.
Watching these guys speaking code is hilarious.
Yes. It's kind of a payoff scene in a way. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys will have it watched in a couple of days, and you go, oh, yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
Well, now I'm going to watch the fight scene in episode 4, and then I'm going to rewatch episode 6 before I go on to 7 and 8.
Yes, all you need to do is watch that fight scene like over and over again, and that's the
whole
show. It's just
it was a very good fight scene. It was a very good
fight scene. I almost died when he got killed. It was like, no, I finally like you.
I was surprised. I was surprised they killed him off.
Yeah, I thought for sure he'd be a major character. Initially, I thought he was just going to be that wimpy psycho that they hired, to go do their bidding, Umbrella.
Yeah.
And then when episode 4 comes along and he shows his true colors, especially with the freaking dogs, it was Because I'm thinking, oh, he is a wimp. Oh no! Boom! He just John Wicks it, and it was great.
Yeah.
You know, episode 4 was when I officially decided that Jade is both the unluckiest and luckiest person in the world, because like the situation she runs into just to survive is crazy. Like finding that grenade, I was just like, what kind of world are we living in? Although that's exactly how the video game works. You break something and there's a grenade. But but it's like, I was like, this is crazy. She's just so lucky. She survives everything. It's crazy.
I'm curious to see what the world outside more is. You know, what society is like out there besides what we're seeing, because obviously there's an organization somewhere. So if they come back, I hope they show it.
It feels like people are trying to like live their old lives. I don't know how you doing that with zombies around. Like I'm not going to work. All right, work done for me. If zombies are around, you're not gonna bait me into doing a 9 to 5 after that.
Yeah, you gotta eat though. Yeah, I mean, I think jobs change. I think
there are zombies around.
Yeah, exactly. In
the
that
rules
type of scenario,
are different.
your paper pushers are gone, and now you need engineers and farmers and that type of thing, and they need help too. So
and garbage men.
Exactly, you need a garbage man. You laugh, but it's true.
The garbage man's job is going to be totally different now. It's going to be like
garbage disposal,
skills,
taking out a few
bodies. Yeah, and then like with that lady in her apartment, you don't know if your neighbor got their husband handcuffed to their tub. You don't know what's going on. Like this whole new. I'm not going back to work.
But wasn't part of the whole deal, you know, do you want a food? Do you want to live safely? Then you got to work for us.
Yeah. The ultimate company town, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'd be like a pirate or a cowboy or something. I'm just going to steal everything.
Why not be both? You can be both.
I'll be a pirate cowboy. Yeah, cowboy pirate.
What do you guys think you would be in the zombie apocalypse? Like
a zombie.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know.
I live in Massachusetts. There's no way I'm surviving.
My knees kind of messed up, so I'm feeling like but yeah, like it's just crazy to me, like when you see society fall apart and then they build it back up, and then it's just kind of like this kind of like bizarro version of regular society, and I'm just like, no, not if I see like Fred die and then he comes back to life. I'm not working at Walmart. It's done. We're not doing this.
I don't know. I like to think I'd be like the governor from The Walking Dead.
Scott, that was a good thing. Like
the governor was not bad until I think he's a great actor, because I love the scene when he was borderline psychotic and then Michonne shoves the sword through his daughter's eyes.
Yeah.
And you see him snap in that 1 second.
Definitely. Like, I definitely believe the governor is 100% the reason we got Negan, because I feel like after he killed the governor, he saw the fan reaction and he wanted another character like that. Because him and Negan are pretty much kind of interchangeable with the things that they were doing, except Negan takes it a whole nother level sometimes. So, but I also saw something online that I feel like if Kirkman thought about that, he probably would have did it. Somebody was like, how exciting it would have been if like Negan came out of the RV and it was Shane. And like Shane lived, instead of Shane dying, he lives and he becomes Negan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's something that would have been like a definite like full circle story moment. And that's something like most writers would love to do. And if you could have planned it out that way, I'm pretty sure he would have did that. That would have been nice.
Well, as nuts as Shane was in the second season, he was right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was just ahead of his time.
He was right. I mean, he gave his life. Yeah. You know, he committed his suicide by zombie, to prove to Rick what had to be done.
Like, if he wasn't, I'm pretty sure when Rick was down on his knees, you know, crying over some other man's wife, he realized that Shane wasn't that wrong. See? Him and Shane, they were alike.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm still sorry. I'm still sour about Dale. Him dying. He was my guy.
Did you read the comics?
No, I didn't, but I do
comics,
have the little Lego Dale RV in my kitchen.
I love Dale in the comics because like it's like him and Andrea are together, and I was just like, you don't see that. And like after I read the comics, I just always sat there watching the show. Like, why didn't they give him Andrea? What happened? Why couldn't
give
old
him
man
Andrea?
Well, why couldn't him and
dowry
Andrea be together? I felt like it was a nice little story, and I felt like they could have been together for the TV show, but nobody wanted to see the old man be happy.
No. Cal is my favorite. I mean, that scene with the chocolate chip cookies, just scaring the kid. That was great.
That kid's scared of his own child.
Actually,
yeah, well, that's true. Londa, don't worry. A lot of people. My wife hates Shane. She hates him so much she won't watch a movie that the actor's in. So
really,
John what?
Love John Bernthal.
She's missing out on so much.
The Punisher.
She's missing out on so much.
Not seen the Punisher, but I mean, he was such a dick in Fury.
Yeah, he was.
But again,
he was right.
He plays a dick.
Exactly. When he says to the kid, the kid's trying to go back to the house, and he pushes him, and he says, "This is what it's all about." It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Sadly, the asshole sometimes is right.
He's such a good actor. He is.
Yeah.
Such a good actor.
Watch a movie called The Accountant with him and Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great in that.
That was good.
So
that's a good movie.
We're talking about our best characters. Who's your best character so far on the Resident Evil series?
No, it's Baxter. Man, nobody comes close. Best acted, best character, best overall, big fat guy that just kicks ass. Fantastic. Love him.
Do you all agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
who's your
I like
second?
his character a lot.
I like his character. I like the like people are so hard to like around here, but I like the CEO, that lady. I like her. And
great actress.
Yeah, I love her. She's just kind of like she's cold-blooded, and I like that. And Wesker.
So who's your second? I think most of us think Baxter's the best.
You haven't met my second character yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
yeah.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
don't say anything.
Yeah. That's my favorite character of the show. The one I haven't met yet.
So far, my second favorite is still Wesker.
Mm-hmm.
What? Not Billy?
Mine too, Scott.
Billy would come like right above the zombies, the dog.
I don't know where all this Billy hate is coming from. All Billy wanted to do was sit by herself and eat her PB&J sandwich, and then shit just went around. It's because she tried to save those rabbits, and this all started. That's why. That's what it was. Okay, I understand.
I understand that Jade's a pain in the ass, but Billy still is somewhat of a bitch to her. I mean, they're supposed to be sisters, and it's
well,
for all and all for us. But
well, she keeps saying she's a vegan. That's why. She keeps saying I'm a vegan every.
Jade is a poser. Jade's over here talking about I hate everybody in the world, but you are the most popular girl at that school. I don't understand what you're hating at. Okay, everybody came to Jade's table to sit down and talk to her. She's getting invited to parties. Where's your hate coming from, Jade?
Angst.
While Billy's over here legitimately in life, but she does it with a smile on her face until those bunnies. The bunnies was her final straw.
I don't like Jade. I think the reason I don't like her is because when that girl threw I think it was the drink of the food on Billy outside in the school. If somebody had done that to my sister, if I was Billy, that woman wouldn't walk.
Oh, well, I mean, she tried to kill her.
No, that's
true. What are you going to do to her, Scott?
She cracked her in the head with a brick.
That's right. She did. Yeah.
She put on the mascot uniform, cracked her in the head with a brick. I feel like she set up her sister, though. Don't understand that aspect.
Yeah, I know. That made no sense. That made no sense.
what I'm getting out of this is that Jade knows Billy is an actual psychopath. She's friggin' nuts and would have really killed the girl.
Hey, Kevin.
So she went in and stopped that from happening. So Jade actually saved both the girl and Billy because Billy's just fucking crazy.
I feel like Jade was telling Billy, if you hit her, she'll leave you alone. And Billy wasn't buying it. So she made it seem like Billy did it. So this girl was like, oh, Billy's crazy. I'll leave her alone. But yeah, that was some real psycho horror movie type thing happened.
Something
I do like the scene where Wesker goes into his office, and that guy's real smug, the IT guy, and it shows you how important Wesker is to the company when he just puts lays that guy down low, verbally in front of his own daughter, And I thought, man, that was an awesome scene, And you've seen the dark side of Wesker right there, when he says, we can, they don't need you, they need me,
That's definitely one side. Yeah.
I do really feel like that moment was amazing, but it also kind of showed you one of Wesker's like biggest flaws is that he thinks he is like irreplaceable to the company. And that's like the biggest flaw of his overall character.
Well, that's what happened at the end of that last episode 6, where he was like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to me? And then now he's like in confinement.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're going to do.
Because like this whole series, well, I'll do that next week.
It's hard. It's difficult.
It is difficult, but
for those of you that have tuned in, what do you guys think of the series so far?
If you want a
Kevin,
season
Landon,
2,
what do you guys think?
You better start your petitions now.
Mark, you still here?
Yeah, right.
Start those petitions now if you want a season 2, or it's gonna go the way of Daybreak and every other show I liked.
V Wars,
Daybreak, Crazy Heads. I'm telling you, like every show I've liked on Netflix has Julian the Phantoms. They all
Sylvester, Crazy Head was an English show.
Yeah,
and Netflix grabbed it after it was canceled and brought on because I remember watching it on the BBC. That show.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would you do that?
The demons, right?
Because they're sadistic, man. They're sadistic.
Why would somebody do that? Like,
in case you don't know this, Sylvester, life sucks sometimes. I know I had to tell you that because I'm sure.
They paid nothing for it. That's why they didn't pay a lot of money.
The demons, I was hyped up at that. It's like I was like, I wonder when the show's coming back. They're like canceled. I was like, huh? Oh, okay.
No, it was a good show too. It was
a great show. Yeah,
it was. It really was.
That was the one with the demons in the bowling alley, right?
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. That the way that's got to work is they bring it over and 10,000 people watch it, and of those 10,000 people, 25 of them keep their subscription. That's worth it to them. So
that's the only reason I keep Netflix is because of the Korean and Japanese zombie films.
Yeah.
So Lee is not a big fan of the Resident Evil series, at least up until episode 6.
Okay.
Let's see. Londa likes it. Londa, I love the movies, even the crappy ones. I still enjoy those. There was a show when the dead came back but could talk.
Z Nation.
No, the dead didn't talk in Z Nation.
The last season they did.
I don't think I saw the last season. I don't know what show you're talking about, Lee.
I think.
Either.
You're not talking about Zomboat, right?
Oh, Zomboat was another one. One season.
Yeah.
But that's Hulu. That was on Hulu. And that was a funny one.
They could talk.
Check out Zomboat. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like 6 episodes.
Hulu, I was watching Freakish.
Yeah.
That was a decent one.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I started to watch Archive 80.
They canceled that.
Yeah.
And then they canceled it. I'm like, what's the point of watching it?
Yeah, I didn't.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Another show with potential.
The acting was good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is, the lead character, but he's pretty good.
He's in a movie called. He's in an AMC movie called
actor.
Black Box. It's a horror, kind of a horror flick.
He was in that one. Yeah.
He's real good.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Black Box.
Yeah, called Black Box.
It's part of the Blumhouse movies that they do with Amazon.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah, those movies are decent. Yeah, those movies are really good.
What's the one with Ethan Hawke? Oh, that's Black Phone.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, the Black Phone. That's good.
Really? I watched that this weekend, actually.
Yeah, I'm doing a blog of me and my wife. We movies like that, parent horror. So I'm doing a blog of parent horror movies. So Black Phone was so good.
Yeah, it was. And I don't like kid killer movies, and that one worked out well.
Oh yeah,
Tony, that was called Zombies y Soldados, I think.
Yeah,
something like I saw that. That was good. It was pretty good.
It was
Tony
decent.
Says, Amazon has a Mexican show for one season, Soldier Zombies.
Oh yeah, that's good so far.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I haven't finished.
I don't think they canceled it.
I did finish it. It was good. No, I don't think it's canceled. I thought it was going to come back.
Yeah, I hope so.
What's it on?
I think it was
Amazon.
Netflix. Was it
Amazon?
Amazon.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Have you watched Valley of Death yet?
Yeah,
no, not yet. I didn't watch
Valley of the Death. I did. I liked it, but I thought it was too much character development.
Oh, you thought it was too much? Some people said there wasn't enough.
No, it's a zombie movie. It's a zombie movie. If I want character development, I'll watch It's a Wonderful Life. This is a zombie movie. I want to see heads explode. I want to see people get eaten. I don't care if they like each other.
Why was that your choice? Like, that's just so far out there.
Imagine It's a Wonderful Life as zombies.
Oh, there you go.
Well, my wife and I were talking about it today because she found out that Jake Gyllenhaal is starring in the remake of Roadhouse.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they were remaking Roadhouse.
Yeah, and it's like you can't remake a classic movie like. And I said to her, "What are they going to do? Blackjack? It's a Wonderful Life."
Hollywood said yes. So.
Yeah, thank you, Londa. Londa knows me too well.
In the Flesh, yes, Lee. I think that's the one you're talking about. I've never seen it. Seen it advertised.
No, I haven't seen it.
I gotta look that up.
Talking zombies.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of our hour. We will all be back next Wednesday, same time, 9:00 EST, to talk about the last two episodes. Before, you guys have all seen it. You just can't wait to see what Bethany and I say. So what are you guys up to? What are you doing? Anything coming out? Any conventions? Court dates?
Nothing for me. Still working on a couple of books, a couple of stories, but that's it. I got nothing pending.
Same here.
Sylvester?
Nothing. It's the anniversary of my short story anthology collection, Stitches. So I'm working on the hardcover, or not hardcover, the paper for that, because right now it's just in ebook. So not doing much, but working on stories, not doing much.
Bethany?
I got nothing. I'm just working. My next day off is next Friday, so.
See?
Next
Friday? You wouldn't want to do that.
What do you do?
I work in retail.
See?
You have my sympathy. Oh my God.
You're telling me if the zombies came, you would go back to retail? Come on.
I didn't say I would go back to retail.
Be a cowboy pirate.
You would. She just
cowboy
pushed the customers in front of me.
I would. You want to see zombies in retail? Just come to us on Black Friday.
We'll all be cowboy pirates, and we'll knock over the supply chain.
The only thing I got coming up, the next Tatiana book, The Ghosts of the Maria Doria, it's going to go on pre-order tomorrow, and it'll be published on the 19th.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had as good a time as we did. Like, subscribe, and please join us again next week.
Awesome.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.